For decades, scientists pulled tentacles from whale stomachs, and they found beaks washed up on beaches. They knew it existed. They knew it was enormous. But nobody had ever seen one alive. In 2025, that changed. A camera dropped into the Southern Ocean to 600 meters filmed something no one had ever seen before. And what it showed shocked everyone who studied it. In 1925, the first undeniable traces of the colossal squid surfaced not from the open sea, but from the stomach of a sperm whale hauled ashore at South Georgia. 2 arm crowns, each thick with muscle and lined with strange curved hooks, were catalogued by BMNH 1888-20 and 1888-21. The beak discovered alongside them, broad and impossibly strong, matched no known species. It was enough for zoologist Guy Robson to formally describe Mesonicotudus hamiltoni, a creature that, until then, existed only as rumor among whalers. For decades, almost every new clue came from the same grim source, the deep-diving sperm whale, the only predator known to hunt these giants. Scientists began to treat whale stomachs as natural sampling nets, logging each beak and arm fragment with the precision of forensic evidence. By 2019, a total of 57 colossal squid beaks had been identified in museum collections worldwide. Each specimen added a new data point: beak length, curvature, and thickness, allowing researchers to estimate the size of the whole animal. Some beaks suggested squids with mantles over 2 meters long and total lengths that might reach 14 meters. Others hinted at even larger, heavier individuals, weighing as much as 495 kilograms, perhaps more. From these scattered remains, scientists reconstructed the biology of a hidden giant. They mapped its southern ocean range, stretching from the Ross Sea to the Kerguelen Plateau, and traced its life history through the scars it left on whales and the fragments it left behind. Each catalog number, each battered beak, became a chapter in a century-long investigation, a puzzle pieced together in the dark, long before anyone glimpsed the living animal itself. Carcasses have always been the closest most scientists came to Mesonicotudus hamiltoni. In 1955, a 3-meter mantle washed up on the ice near the Ross Sea. It was hauled to the Scott Polar Research Institute and preserved under catalog number SPR 5501. The specimen's weight and proportions hinted at an animal built for the extreme cold and pressure of the Southern Ocean, but its story ended on the shoreline, not in the living depths. Again and again, the pattern repeated. 12 strandings were logged between 1955 and 1995. In 1995, a French recovery team retrieved a 5-meter specimen from the Kerguelen Islands. Weighing 495 kilograms, it was the heaviest intact colossal squid ever recorded. Its eye, nearly 30 centimeters across, was measured and photographed before the carcass began to decay. Museum archivists cataloged the hooks, the beak, the skin, each fragment a clue, each specimen a silent witness to a life spent in the abyss. Expeditions set out with high hopes and returned with only fragments or empty nets. The 2014 Remus 6000 mission, armed with the latest autonomous vehicle, detected a promising echo at depth, but captured no image. Control room logs from that year read like a list of near misses, ghostly sonar returns, fleeting shadows, never a living squid. For decades, the Southern Ocean remained an unsolved riddle. Every failed search, Every frozen carcass deepened the sense that something vast and living was just beyond reach. The frustration in the expedition logs is unmistakable. The wait for a living encounter pressed on, pushing science to the edge of technology and patience. Beneath a kilometer of Antarctic water, the world enters a realm of extremes. Here, the pressure climbs to nearly 300 atmospheres, enough to crush steel, enough to warp the very chemistry of life. The colossal squid, Mesonicoteuthis hamiltoni, is built for this world. Its domain stretches from 1,000 to over 2,000 meters deep, a band of perpetual night that circles the Southern Ocean. In this darkness, the animal grows heavier than any other invertebrate on Earth. The largest confirmed specimens tip the scales at 495 kilograms, their mantles alone reaching 3 meters. Yet the total length is shorter than the more famous giant squid. It is mass, not length, that sets the colossal squid apart. To survive in this abyss, the squid's body is a study in adaptation. Its tissues, loaded with dense muscle and lipid reserves, allow it to hover in the water column without sinking or floating away. Scientists describe this as neutral buoyancy, a delicate balance achieved not by swimming, but by chemistry. The mantle, thick and gelatinous, contains a layer of oil-rich tissue. This internal reservoir offsets the crushing weight of the water above, letting the animal drift with almost no effort. Comparative anatomists have measured the lipid content in preserved specimens and found it makes up nearly a fifth of the mantle's mass, a solution to buoyancy that differs from the ammonia-rich tissues of the giant squid. Oceanographers point to the Southern Ocean's vastness, 20% of the planet's surface, yet less than 5% explored below 200 meters. In this expanse, colossal squid are scattered, solitary, and slow. Their low metabolic rate matches their environment, cold, dark, and unforgiving. Every movement is measured. Every encounter with science is rare. It is this combination of enormous size, extreme habitat, and an energy-saving lifestyle that explains why, until 2025, no living colossal squid had ever been filmed in its world. In the black waters of the Southern Ocean, the colossal squid wields a weapon found nowhere else. Its 2 feeding tentacles end in rows of curved, chitinous hooks, each one able to pivot 90 degrees, snapping shut with muscle-driven force. Even after decades preserved in alcohol, these hooks still rotate smoothly, a testament to their robust design. Biomechanical analysis of preserved arms reveals asymmetric grooves at the hook bases, evidence of a twisting, living grip. This is not a passive feature. It is an active trap, built for seizing prey in a world where suction alone fails. But the most compelling evidence for these weapons comes from the scars left on their greatest predator. Sperm whales, the deep-diving giants of the Southern Ocean, carry the marks of these encounters. Marine ecologists have mapped circular and crescent-shaped scars, some as wide as a human hand, others nearly 30 centimeters across, etched into whale skin. The spacing and arc of these wounds match the squid's hook arrays exactly. Field surveys show that nearly a quarter of stranded whales in these waters bear at least one such scar, with some individuals marked by dozens. Scar ridges often show a central puncture surrounded by healed tissue, the unmistakable trace of a hook driven in, twisted, and torn free. No other predator leaves a signature like this. The colossal squid's eyes, each almost 30 centimeters across, are the largest in the animal kingdom. More than just tools for hunting, they are tuned for vigilance, capable of detecting the faintest glimmer or the looming shadow of a whale. Anatomists have shown that their retinas are specialized to sense bioluminescence and silhouettes rising from below. For years, scientists assumed such a heavily armed animal would always flee at the first sign of danger. That assumption would soon be shattered. April 15th, 2025. Coordinates were 38.1 degrees south, 58.3 degrees west. At a depth of 600 meters, the remotely operated vehicle Sebastian held steady in the cold, black water. Its two 4K cameras, calibrated to capture detail in near darkness, recorded every movement. Lighting was kept at 30 lux, no brighter than a dim corridor, so as not to alarm anything living in the water column. Each sensor and every frame was logged and time-stamped by the data manager, ensuring a complete chain of custody for what was about to unfold. The vehicle pilot watched the readings, including pressure, pitch, lighting, and camera feeds, while the vehicle drifted quietly over the canyon slope. Then, in the field of view, a mantle just 30 centimeters long appeared, unmistakable in its proportions, juvenile but colossal by any ordinary standard. Every metric, including depth, coordinates, and sensor settings, was locked in the record. This was not a fleeting shadow or a trick of the light. It was a living colossal squid, observed and documented beyond any doubt. The squid hovered in the illuminated water, arms unfurled, tentacles drifting in slow arcs. Instead of fleeing, it turned toward the lights, chromatophores blooming in pale, mottled waves across its translucent mantle. For 30 seconds, nothing moved but the animal and the faint shimmer of particles in the current. In the control room, the scientists fell silent. No one spoke. No one dared to breathe too loudly. The protocols for deep-sea encounters, long built on the expectation of panic and flight, suddenly felt obsolete. After the dive, the team rewrote their search strategies, realizing that centuries of assumptions had missed something essential. If a creature this immense could remain unseen and meet the floodlights with calm curiosity, what else waits in the dark, still beyond our reach? A live colossal squid, half a ton of muscle, eyes the size of dinner plates, gliding in the black waters of the Southern Ocean, now exists on film. For science, everything changes. The deep remains vast, mostly unseen. For every answer, 1,000 new questions emerge. Subscribe for weekly deep dives. Some details may change as research advances.